a makeup tutorial. I know, it's the day's arrived. I'm just in a really hyped up, like, fantastic mood. So I thought, let me do it now. And then when I'm in a shit mood, I can edit it and remember how buzzing I was. So I've already been to the gym. I've already got mascara and eyebrows on. They're going to stay on, I'm afraid. I'm not going to take them off to put them back on. That'd be so stupid. I'm just going to take off because I've got this big red mark on my cheek. It's not there yet, but I don't know. It might have gone down by now then. I don't know. It were really prominent this morning though. So that's why I put loads of concealer on it. Once I've done this, I'm going to moisturise. I want my face to be wet from moisture. Okay. Also, new angle. I quite like it. I like the fact that you can see behind me. Also see me. Look, it's coming. But she's alright. She just keeps getting irritated. Bare eye bogies. I actually think I get more eye bogies than the average person. Not wrong with it. I just think that's a fact. This is just Nivea moisturiser and I lather this on. Usually, if I'm doing my makeup like first, I'll wash my face and that. But I'll be completely honest, I really can't remember because it don't need to last. It just needs to look alright. I've already had a shower, so my hands are clean. I just had a spag bol and I actually thought that the spag bol was going to cause me some belly problems, but I feel great. I feel good. Feels nice. So that's the Nivea moisturiser, but that is the non-vegan one. The vegan one is really liquidy and I'm not a massive fan of it. I really don't like it that much, but that one is really nice. It's thick. It really makes me hydrated and it definitely don't break me out. I've had so many different moisturisers and I think for me, that's my best one. Then I'm going to go straight in with this. This is the Primark Vitamin Enriched Moisturising Primer. So it's the Prep and Protect. £4.50. If I ever see them on sale, I just snatch it up. Straight up. I'm having that. They last so long as well. I don't think they go out of date, but even if they do, I haven't had any problems yet. Do you know what I'm saying? If I were going anywhere, I would put on the gripping primer, which is this e.l.f. one. You can get a red one. I ain't seen that though. So this is the blue one. And I really like it. But the trick is you need to let it dry down a long time. Like I'd say a good like 3-4 minutes. You need to let it dry down and don't put too much on. Everyone's different, but some people put loads on and they're absolutely fine. Not me. It's not fine for me. I'm gonna let that sit in. Usually I do my primer and then I do my eyebrows. So while that's setting in, while it's like into my skin, my eyebrows are getting done up. My eyebrows went alright today. I'm kind of liking this, like, I don't want them to be in your face anymore, do you know what I mean? I want them to be like, just there, just here. I'm here and I'm fierce. And I also need some new concealer. I'm really running low on this concealer. It's only from Technique, but it is so good. And I don't know where to get it from because I would have got it from Body Care. I don't think you can get it from Body Care anymore because Body Care is closed down. I used to go in there and probably spend 20 quid easily every single time for nothing and I didn't even need anything. I'd just spend it because I could. Anyway, now that I'm out of breath. Eyebrows are already on and I put a tiny bit of mascara through my eyebrows to darken them up because my hair's actually really dark now. And obviously mascara. My mascara is this. It is the Better Than Sex Foreplay by Too Faced and to me, personally, I think it's the best mascara. I have cried. I've been in the swimming pool. I have absolutely bawled my eyes out and I've still come away with mascara on my face. So, yeah, just saying. Now I feel like that's sunk in. I'm feeling like my face is very moisturised, it's glowing. I'm going to go in with my concealer. So usually, obviously, I'd have the gripping primer on. That would make sure that all the concealer would stick to my face, but I'm not that bothered because I'm not going anywhere. Just go over each spot individually. That's it, I ain't got that many. Yeah! Touch wood, please don't give me any. I don't blend out my concealer either. I know that some people do, some people don't. You do you, hun. I'm not bothered, don't affect me. I don't, because when I do my foundation, which is this, I just put it straight over the top and I feel like it gives you that extra little bit of like coverage, little bit of like protection. This is mine. This is the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour Skin Tint in shade 36. I've had this for nearly a year. Oh my god, I've had this for nearly a year. 12 months it says. That's crazy. I think I got it in April. Have you ever tried the e.l.f.? What is it? It's like the e.l.f. Is it e.l.f.? Hydra? I don't know. It's like a tall bottle like that and it's not expensive, but everyone raved about it. It broke me out so bad. Mind you, bearing in mind, at the same time I was using different skincare, so I don't... Right, see, this is why I had to get a new one because this is basically empty. What I'm saying is this one I really like. The more you put on, the more coverage it's got. The less you put on, the less coverage. It is just a skin tint. It's not like a foundation. It's got vitamin C and I really like it. It's not that expensive either and I've got a new bottle. So we're going to get it off of Amazon, but they didn't have my shade in stock, 36. But this matches my tan perfectly. My natural skin colour is really pale, like how it is. But I'm so red underneath that's why it makes me so insecure if I've not got a tan. Do you know what I'm saying? So like if I'm not tan, I'm so pale and then I'm red and then like it's not what I want to see. So basically, I match my tan. Wow, I'm absolutely yapping my boobs off. It's not too heavy on your face either. Do you know, like sometimes you feel like you're wearing a mask. But I have got to be careful actually because sometimes I don't realise that I'm putting too much makeup on and then I see like round this bit and I'm like, wait, why does it look so weird? Because you've put 10 ton of pissing makeup on. So yeah, so I need to start start remembering not to put too much on, basically, is what I'm saying. I don't wet my beauty blenders either. I know that's controversial, but one, I'm lazy, and every time I didn't want to go downstairs to do it. And two, I've been doing it without wetting it for probably like nearly a year. I like my makeup without it, so I don't think I really need to put it on. Always remember to do your eyelids as well, because sometimes if I forget my eyelids, it don't look like your face is all finished. When you're doing your foundation as well, don't go straight up to there, because then that's when it gets really, really cakey. All these tips and tricks that I'm just dishing out. Whoa, did you hear that whistle? You blow my whistle, baby, whistle, baby. Right, so as soon as I've done that, I've got a timer on at 5 o'clock, by the way, so I'm going to have to leave because I promised my mum I'll make her some food. Oh, see, look at that line. You need to remember to go like this. I'm making my mum a spag bol at about 5 o'clock, which is half an hour. I want to go downstairs and do that, but to be fair, I might have done this before because I'm quite speedy at doing my makeup, to be fair. Right, this is another thing. Don't put too much of this on, because the more you put on, the more it takes up the foundation underneath. I've had it in the past when I'm doing my blush, it takes this up, but I've started using another brush for this as well, which is, this is a Peaches and Cream PC08 brush. It's actually really big, but it blends it out really, really nicely. My trick as well, when I'm doing contour, I put it in this area here. I don't start from up here because I'm going to pull it up there anyway. This is the area that I want to look the thinnest, not up here. This is the area, because that's how you look snatched, in my opinion. I'm just going to blend that out there and try and stay in that area. Definitely don't drag it down, because the more that you drag it down, your face drags down and it makes your face look bigger. Well, it makes my face look bigger. All of these tips are just what I've figured out from my face, by the way, so if it don't work for you, then I'm sorry, I don't know what you want me to do about it. This brush I never even used, and I found it. Oh, bogey. I think my hay fever's starting, or something, either that or I've got a cold, because all day I've been really snotty and, well, I don't think I've sneezed yet, but now that that's on, that is the first layer of contour that I'm going to do, but I do come back to doing contour after I've done my other things. The next thing that I do is my concealer, and the concealers that I use is shade 10 IRL Filter Finish. This is what it looks like. Shade 10 and shade 7. The shade 10, I do like this, and there, and there, and there, and I do a line there and a line there. Be careful when you're doing that, because you don't want to ruin it up there. You want to kind of gradually pull it up. I'm not sure what to say to that, but I always start from this bit here, like that. Do you see how, like, I've just made it a little bit more, like there's just more product on my face. It's not affecting the contour that I've just made. It is lightening up that bit there in that way, so that looks deeper and this looks like it comes out a little bit more. I don't know. And then a little bit on your chin like this. Yeah. And then on your nose. My nose is really red underneath, so you might be able to still see it. And then the tiny bit here. When you're doing this bit as well, keep it very central. Keep it exactly where you're putting it. I think that's another reason why I don't like to wet it, because this is a lot smaller when it's dry. And because it's got product in anyway, I just don't think you need to wet it. You can. Maybe I need to try it again wet and see what I prefer, because I haven't used it wet in a long time. Also, when I'm doing this, I'm pulling it out, but again, I'm not pulling it down onto this area here. I can bring it here at the front of my face. That way it's not like just a triangle straight under my eyes and it looks like it's all blended together. But this is why I go back in with the contour after, to try and deepen the contour a little bit more, because right now I've lightened everything up again, and you just want to make sure. If I didn't have mascara on, I'd be going all over my eyes. Right now I just can't really do that, so we're not going to do that. There we go. Make sure everything's nice and blended in. Beautiful, 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 beautiful boy. Then we're going to take the shade 7. So this is just a lighter shade. It's like 3 shades lighter, just a lighter shade. And all I'm going to do with this is do a dot here and a dot here. Tiny bit on the nose, tiny bit there, tiny bit there. That is literally it. Not big squares, not big anything. Triangles, squares, triangles. And I'm just gonna, in the same place, I'm not blending it out, I'm just blending it in. I'm just letting it sink straight in. This makes this bit of your face come out more like that. Does it? I don't know. Does it? It could do. If that's what I'm saying it does, and that's what I'm saying it does. Like this, I'm keeping this in exactly the inner corner. This just brightens up my inner corner. See, I think that just... Is it eye bogey, man? Got it. Brightens up that inner corner, because I don't want to change the colour of my face, but I want to lighten up. I want to create dimension in my face. And I'm just going to keep tappity and just keep going. Also, I've got horrendous eye bags, but this is just a thing that I'm just going to have to get used to. Unless I have surgery, I don't think I'll ever get rid of my eye bags. But it is what it is. It is what it is, and that's what it was. And I like the look of it. If I want it even brighter, I'll put on a tiny little bit more. But I am happy with that, I think. Yeah, love that. Then I'm going to go in with my blush. My blush changes actually quite often. At the moment, I'm loving the Yapoda. This is just a stick. I have no clue what colour it is, because it was like a refill thing. So I've got no idea, but it looks like this. It is very, very, very simple. similar to this shade of Made by Mitchell blush, which is Peach Sugar. They're very similar. I'd say this one's a tiny little bit darker, but they are very similar. I actually quite like a darker, pinkier blush, like almost like a reddy. But yeah, I really, really love this. I just put it like that in that area there. When I'm doing my blush, I like to mix in between this and obviously my concealer at the front. So I like where my contour is here, and I'm blending just right above it, right above it, and then I bring it forward a tiny little bit so it's under my face. This is just what looks good on my face shape, in my opinion. I don't know if it's gonna look good on you, but I'm just telling you what I do. So then I'm just gonna keep blending this out, and again, not to put too much cream on, because the more cream you put on, the more it all muds together, and then I find that it just peels off, and I'm like, hey, where are you going? I've just spent ages putting you on. I went on a date like 2 weeks ago and I was doing my makeup. While I was doing it, all my base started coming away, and I'm pretty sure it's because I put too much cream on. I'm gonna go back in with my contour, but literally dab and a dab like that, and I'm gonna do a dab and a dab there because my concealer were a lot then. After I've done that, I'm just gonna blend it in. Again, I'm barely moving. I'm barely moving, and this is just creating that dimension underneath my cheekbones, because I've got quite prominent cheekbones, so I'm just creating the shadow of the cheekbone, and I'm not bringing it down, because when you bring it down, your face looks bigger. Look at me, I'm getting all technical and stuff. I don't know if that's actually the case, but that's the case in my head. This is the Super Fix Ultimate Fix. Did I tell you what contour I'm using? I didn't, did I? It's the Collection one. I don't know, it's like £3 or something, but I love it. Just putting a tiny bit of that on. If you haven't got a fan, get a fan, because it's so helpful, especially when you're in a rush. First powder that I'm going to go in with is my setting powder for under my eyes. This is the Revlon Colour Stay Blot Matte Setting Powder. Okay, I really like this. It's not flashback and it's really cheap. I've had this, again, probably about a year, but it's really good. I'll be honest, the only other setting powder I've tried is the banana one from Revolution. I've never tried anything expensive, so I couldn't tell you if it's better or if it's worse or whatever. I just know that it's really good for me. I've been in front of cameras with flashing lights and it's not flashback whatsoever, and it's really good. Like that, in my opinion, that is absolutely unbelievable. I don't know how good you can see it on this camera, but that is really good. When I've done the other side, I'm gonna come closer to you. Put it in there, I'll put it in there, and then I'll go straight onto my hand like that and just get it all over so it looks like this. I think as well, when you are using like one of these, thicker the better. I don't know if it's 100% true. In my opinion, if you use thin ones, it just doesn't give you the same effect. Elf have some. I think this one's from, I don't know where this one's from, probably from Shein or Drugstore, whatever. I don't know where it's from, but it's really good. I think genuinely, don't matter about the size, but like this one's from Elf. It's really good. It's just really dirty, so I don't use it. I really like this one. This is a favourite one to use. But look at that, absolutely stunning. I think that looks awesome. I'm not gonna put any more on, just take what I've got, and I'm just gonna go over places that I've been, like so. Whew. Now that I've done my setting powder, I go straight into my bronzer. The bronzer that I use, I mix it up. I either use this Primark one, which is £1, or this one, which is Too Faced. This is just, it just says chocolate. I don't know if it's got a shade, but it just says chocolate on it. And it is really good. Both of them are really good. I do use both of them, so I'd be lying if I said that I didn't, do you know what I mean? I go from like here and bring it forward. I don't go straight here, because then I'm going to create like a puddle there, and I don't want that. I want the edges of my face to be bronzed, because it's not contouring, this is bronzing. Just going to bring it down my neck because I'm starting to look a different colour. And I don't know if my contour looks really bad or not, but in person it looks really good, so I'm not sure. Do I look clapped? I really can't tell. I look really bad on the camera. Well, I'm gonna watch this back and I'm gonna be like, no one's even gonna listen to your shit tutorial because look at the state of you. Thought that though when I was filming, when I did that content day, I thought my contour looks absolutely shit on there. It don't look like that in real life. But then you've got to remember that like photos aren't real life, are they? So like people who do makeup for award shows and stuff, they do the makeup for the cameras, not what you actually look like. Like right now I look really cheesy. Do I look clapped? Even if I do, there's no going back, so I'm enjoying myself. Let me carry on. This is the blush that I use. This is from Collection as well, and it's Cherry 7. I love this blush. I think it's such a pretty little colour. I just use PC15 Peach and Cream. By the way, that contour brush was Real Techniques 400. When I did my cream blush, sorry, I've got hiccups. This is MF2, the cream blush. Do I actually look clapped? If I do, then just listen to what I'm saying and believe it. When I'm doing my powdered blush, I like a lot of blush. I do like a lot of blush, but I make sure that I'm blending it in properly and that I don't look like, what's it called, jigsaw? Yeah. Yeah, pretty. And this brush, did I tell you, PC15. I'd either use this brush or I've got this one from P. Louise. Bare time ago, it just says P. Louise cancelled on it. Or 673. I don't know if they even still do them because that were a long time ago. Cute! And I make sure that I'm blending it into the contour. Yeah. Also, when I've finished doing my makeup, I always end up adding more blush every single time. I always add more blush on because I just think there's never enough blush. Unless you've got blush blindness and you look stupid. I'd be lying if I said I didn't like you because I do. Then, am I done? No, I'm going to put another layer of mascara on because I've kind of like powder all over it. So I'm going to do that. I always do this. Mascara on your eyebrows. It keeps them in place and it darkens them up. But be careful you're not putting too much on or it's not clumpy. This eyeliner is from Avon and I love it. I'll put it. Is that a person shout? Could you hear that? Is that a person shouting or a bird? I'm going to put it there. Oof. It's either. I think as soon as you put eyeliner on the bottom line, it absolutely changes everything. Also, when were it? Last year. Wait, sorry, I can't talk while I'm doing it. Last year, I went for a really big eyeliner phase and I literally had eyeliner on every single day. And then I felt like I was like starting to look a little bit weird. The eyebrow pencil that I use is from W7. It's literally like £2. In my personal opinion, you should never, ever pay more than about £2.50 for £3 at most for an eyebrow pencil. It is literally a pencil. People who pay, like, I think the one from Benefit is £27. Sorry, absolutely never. Darkening them up again. Make sure that they look like I'm here. Oh, I forgot to do my nose contour. Nose contour is so simple. I literally just get whatever bronzer that I'm using and I literally just tap it on the side of my nose. I've actually had nose job accusations, so I can tell that it's doing something. Someone commented on one of my videos saying, your nose looks really different recently. It's giving nose job. I thought, what? Thanks though, but it's not. I think I've got a really nice nose. Some lights make my nose look really clap. But apart from that, I love my nose. I think it's gorge. And then I'm going to put bronzer on my lids as well. This just helps create that overall like tanned goddess look. I mean, I literally just take the same exact bronzer and put it all over. I'm sure you can be more precise with it if you really want to, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because there's no point in me doing that. Or a darker brown. If you've got a darker brown, that would look cute. If I want to smoke out my eyes a little bit, which I'm going to today, I'm going to take this. This is from Primark as well. This is just a tiny little palette. A little angle brush like that. All I do is put black on each side and at the end of my eye, I just put a tiny bit of black. And that just creates the illusion that I've got a lot more, like I've got more lashes. I don't wear fake lashes. So it just looks like fuller at the ends, basically. And it looks really nice. And then I'll just go tiny, not too much, underneath with black. And it just smokes it out a little bit. It just looks cool. In my opinion, it just looks really cool. And if you've got light colour eyes, definitely, it makes your eyes pop. 100%. Yeah, it looks sick. It looks so cool. Then I'm going to show you how I do my moles. Basically, I've got a lot of spots and I've got a lot of moles. And I like my moles and I like my spots. So, Glam eyebrow pen. I don't use it for that. I use it for my moles. So, this spot here, I'm going to turn it into a mole. What I do is that. And now I've got a cute little mole. And then I just do over my other moles. But just be careful that you're not like making them too round or like too... I don't know, sometimes they look really fake and you don't want them to look fake. I'm just drawing on the moles that I've already got. And then if I've got any spots, I'll just... You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm trying to say? I really need to get as well a lighter powder. Because I really like that powder. It's great. But I want a really light powder to put... You know, because obviously I've done the lighter concealer. And then I feel like I've ruined it because then I get rid of my lighter powder. Now that I've got that on, let's do the lips. So my lips is probably the main question that I always get asked. It's really easy actually. But this is what I do. So this is a pencil from Give Me Cosmetics. All I do is I take a really dark lip liner. What time are we on? Quarter. We're alright. A really dark lip liner like this. And I put it there like that. I just do a little line. Then I'm going to do the same but on the top. And I'm going to overline it a tiny little bit. So I've got my lip liner. You can see where it is. It's like there. I'm going to do it there. Okay, you ready? Like that. Nothing crazy. Another thing with my lips, every time I try and do something different with my lips, I always want to go back and do this. I always feel really weird and that it like, I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm so used to seeing it like this. Whenever I try and do like a pink or a red or anything else, so I just end up doing this every time. The only problem with this is by the end of the night at 4 AM, I have got brown lips, like fully brown. There's no ombre, there's no shade, but who cares at that time anyway? Nobody cares. But it's just a running joke. It's an ongoing joke with me and my mates. See, I look peng. It's an ongoing joke with me and my mates. 2 AM lips. Sometimes it just happens. This is from Primark. This is the shade Toffee. This is my favourite one. I've got about 5. Every time I go to Primark, I get loads because I lose them on a night out. For my bottom lip, I'm not really overlining it. I'm just kind of going over it. I'm not really like mega overlining it. But my top lip, what I'm doing is I'm following the outside bit here. So I can't really get right to you because I can't see in the monitor. But when I'm doing this, I can't really breathe either when I'm doing it. I'm not gonna lie. Right, like that. I'm not continuing in a straight line to the end. I don't know what it is about my lip shape, but it looks really weird when I do that, so I don't do that. Then I'm going to do the exact same on the other side. This is when I look in the mirror and make sure the sides are even. So like this one is like nice and glit, and that one is just like cutting down. And usually that is exactly what happens every single time, so I'm going to make sure. Stunning. Yeah, perfect. Wait, is it? I think that's pretty spot on, to be fair. Then I go in with my... Oh, where are you going to fall? Oh, don't do it. Don't fall. Oh, you have. Oh, I've messed up the whole system. Sorry. In shade San Francisco. Oh, baby, I love it. I love it. And then I take a lighter one. I don't even know what colour this is. I don't even think it says. Athens. When I've done that middle bit, I'll go back in with my brown liner and just make sure that it's... and just make sure that it's all like nice and like looks nice and like blended and stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? And if I feel like I've done them wrong or they're too big or whatever, I'll just go in with some concealer. The concealer, say, that I used on my spots, or you can use an even smaller one. I'll just go like this and just tidy it up. It's no big deal. And nothing was there. Spot on. And then you just need to blend it out, so I just get a tinier brush. Yes! And I'll be completely honest, that is my makeup done. I don't usually wear highlight because my face kind of glows anyway. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm going out, I will absolutely drown my face. I will absolutely drown my face in it. I like you when you do. And that's it, really. I do look pretty diva. I do look pretty bad girl. But if I am doing highlight, I use this Doll Beauty highlighter. It might be like the longest thing I've had, but I just take a little brush like this and I put the tiniest little bit on like that. Not even. And I'll just go here like that. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Tiny bit on the end of my nose, maybe. A little bit there. A little bit under my eyebrows. Like that, because I don't want too much on, but you can put as much as you want on. I'm going to let that set, and then I'm going to put a tiny bit more bronzer on just in these areas here. Just so it blends out more with my blush, because I feel like my blush is really hardcore, but the blush is really, really nice. I actually did get the cream version of that, but I felt like it just wasn't working for me. Like it just wasn't vibing with me, and you need to know what works best on your face to have the best makeup routine, and I think I've practiced it that many times now that it's basically spot on. Like I think my makeup now is practically spot on. Obviously you can only get better and better and better, but it's about practicing. I remember like when I first started putting on makeup to go out and I barely put on anything, but now I'm like in front of the camera and stuff, I want more makeup on my face, and it's fine. Oh gosh, what happened to you then? And it's fine. It don't mean that like you're a cake face and it's so heavy, because how diva awesome does that look? I'll give you a close up in 2 seconds. I'm just letting it cool down a little bit. Also, I recommend doing your makeup earlier, so it has time to like set in your face. I know for a fact that when I first do my makeup, I think like, oh my god, that is like a mask on my face, because you're not used to it. You've literally gone from, you know, your normal self to an absolute diva in like the space of what, half an hour, an hour. So you need to get used to what you've just put on. I think that walking away from the mirror and doing something and then coming back to check on it is perfect, because sometimes I like get ready and I'm like, oh my god, what the hell it, but it's actually stunning. Like like it's actually really, really beautiful, so there's no point in you even stressing about it. Do you know what I mean? It's just that first initial look. But yeah, no, I really like, this is my base, this is my average makeup that I wear all the time, but this is my full beat makeup when I'm going out. If I'm not going out, I wouldn't do the eyes probably. I love my lips. I like having dark lips. Like I feel like that's my thing. Too much highlighter on my nose. That is my makeup tutorial. Yeah! Remember, skin is skin. There's nothing you can do about it, because skin is absolutely skin, okay? There's literally nothing that you can do about it. Remember that you are beautiful. Remember that if you want to wear makeup, you wear makeup, okay? Even if it's to the gym, to work, going to the shops, you do whatever you want with your makeup. There's no right or wrong way to do it. This is just the way that I do it, and this is the way that I like to do it. I think this is what looks best on me. Obviously, sometimes it's too heavy. Sometimes it looks absolutely perfect. Sometimes I don't want that much on. Do you know what I mean? There's a different time for everything. But yeah, it's all about practice. It really is all about practice, and don't be afraid to get that on your face. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to get it on your face. As always, MKDova on TikTok, MKDova on Instagram, MKDova1 on Snapchat. Love you so much. And remember, do you. Oh, hello. Do you. Be you. It's the best you'll ever be. Okay.